and I will get that for you. But my name is Amanda Creamy, and like I said, I'm super excited that you guys are here this evening. My goal is to keep this 15 minutes short. Now, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. I like to talk, and sometimes when we get into kind of the science and a little bit more in depth about the products, it can go a little bit longer, so I apologize ahead of time if I do create a little bit longer. So a little bit of background about me, just so you have a little bit of credibility coming at you. I have been in nursing now for 10 years, which is crazy to even think. 9 of those years have been in labor and delivery, which I'm still in. And I've been in the injection kind of nurse educator role with multiple sclerosis patients for 1 year now. But I've been in the social selling e-commerce route for 4.5 years, which has been a huge, huge blessing of mine. And that is why I'm able to share with you guys today. Now, quick disclaimer, as we keep going through some of these things, I'm going to touch on testimonials. I'm going to go a little bit more into the deeper science of things, but please know that we do not diagnose here. We don't give any medical advice. We always do refer you back to your physician, your pharmacist. So I want to start with that as we get going. This is also just a quick picture of my family. My handsome hubby, Cody, he does life insurance. My son, Kaden, is 5, and my daughter, Kenzie, is 2. So some of you guys might want to know why these products, what stands behind them. So the company's name is called Quintessential Biosciences, which is short for Q Sciences. And this is the one man that I really want to have you guys focus on tonight. We have a lot of incredible mentors and a lot of incredible people behind the scenes. But on the product side, Dr. Stephen Kimberly is really our gatekeeper to all of our products. He's our chief science officer here, but he comes with a wide background. He was a former senior editor at WebMD for over 15 years. I'm sure you guys, like me, have Googled different symptoms in WebMD before, and he was the individual who's behind that. He also has 39 years in practice as an internist and naturopath, so clearly has a great background behind him. But what I love most about him is that we do not just put products out that are going to be okay. They need to be the best of the best and what we call quintessential, and we continuously reformulate them. We are very different than per se like a GNC or something where if you walk in and you see products on the shelf, they probably have never actually been reformulated, and so you don't really know if they're working with your body. Here, Dr. Kimberly knows exactly what's going on in the environment and society in general, and that's why we continuously keep up with the trends and reformulate our products. So as far as our products go, we actually have 30 different products in our portfolio. We're going to touch on every single one tonight. So on our full spectrum hemp side, you're going to see a lot of those coming up, but we also have nutrition and supplementation, fitness and weight loss, and some of my favorite, which are oral sprays. And we do have a fun giveaway for that as well. So on the nutrition and supplement side, what I really want to focus on here is the Q Core Complete, which is actually the top selling product pack here at Q Sciences. It has 4 different products. You're going to see 5 here because I put one in here that's specific for pediatrics. It can be used for adults as well, but this one is what a lot of our kids are going to gravitate towards. So the first product I want to really focus on is Q Max. It is our flagship product, like I like to call it. It has 36 micronutrients within it, and it's backed by 34 clinical research studies. So this is going to support the whole body in general with whole body health at the cellular level, and it improves cognition and overall brain health and increases your energy, and all of that is because of a 96-hour nanochelation that it goes through to increase the absorption. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I certainly, even as a nurse, I didn't realize that at least half of our society has a genetic mutation called MTHFR. And because of that, we are actually unable to absorb the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that come into our body. So you could go out there and you can grab whatever vitamin you want, and you can take it whether it's super cheap or it's super expensive. If you have the MTHFR gene mutation and the vitamin B's that's within it is not methylated, you're actually just going to pee it right out. So it's a waste of your money. With ours, our B vitamins are the fancy term, what we call methylated, just simply meaning that Every single person on this planet is able to take this supplementation and absorb it. So you're going to get the vitamins and minerals that your body needs on an everyday resource. Now, I did mention that it is backed by 34 clinical research studies. The specific areas that those clinical studies have looked at, and the individual who invited you can certainly send those research studies over to you, is a couple of them just to name is bipolar disorder, depression, ADD, ADHD, autism, anxiety. I mean, you name it, from pediatrics to adulthood. We've seen tremendous testimonials in this. In fact, our CEO, Mr. Mark Wilson, his granddaughter was nonverbal autistic, and within 2 weeks on this natural supplement, she was singing in the church choir. And that's something that really got deep down into my heart, because I know that if it can help his granddaughter, and I've seen it help so many other people, including myself and my husband, that it can just help other people worldwide too. Now this one right here, the QMax berries and bananas, that's specific, like I said, to pediatrics or people who just don't simply like to take supplements, okay? Like if you can't swallow capsules, then the powder form is great. I will give a disclaimer on that though, and this is just my personal opinion. It does say to mix with water or milk. I suggest not. I suggest mixing it with like yogurt or putting it in like a smoothie or shake, something like that as well. Now, the second product on here is this Q-Align, which is kind of like a magenta color. Now, this is a potent inflammation reducer and powerful antioxidant. So think of a natural ibuprofen, if you will. It's also going to defend against the free radicals. It can decrease soreness, which is great if you are a workout individual. And it's going to maximize the nutrient absorption. And the reason for that is because we all have bad inflammation within our bodies. And when we can get rid of or decrease that bad inflammation, it then maximizes the nutrient absorption rate that we, or not rate, but the nutrient absorption that we can absorb. A couple different key ingredients in this one, if you guys have heard of them before, is curcumin and black pepper extract. And our Q-Biotics, I'm extremely excited to talk about this one because we actually just reformulated it. Just like I said, Dr. K is always keeping up to make sure we have the best of the best. However, prior to the reformulation, honestly, it's the best pre and probiotic I have ever utilized. I could not find one that didn't make me feel bloaty or gassy. You know, you just don't feel good and you're not quite sure if it's even working. Well, with this, it is a 12-hour time release patented to Q Sciences. And so what it does is it seeds all of the good bacteria in your intestinal lining. So it's going to get all of your intestines. Majority of pre and probiotics actually only get the top of your intestine. And so it's not going to provide the optimal results that you really need. This too, with the reformulation, is also, sorry if there's any guys in the room, it's going to help with UTIs, and it's also going to help with kind of just the different flora. Now, the silver is a baby to Q Sciences. I could honestly go on with this about how incredible it is. But if you guys have ever heard of colloidal silver before, you know, our ancestors used it hundreds upon hundreds of years ago. And if you have ever heard of somebody taking a silver coin and putting it in, say, like a milk gallon or a different type of food to preserve it, it's a natural preservative. And so what Q Sciences has done is it's taken out the jagged edges that are in colloidal silver that can get actually stuck in your system, and it's nano-sized the silver to provide smooth edges so you can not only ingest it, which is like an assassin in your system. It's like in a machine gun that's just constantly killing pathogens, which is great for what's going on right now in today's society. But furthermore, you can also utilize it as a disinfectant. You can use it to clean your fruits and vegetables, a hand sanitizer. I mean, you name it, it's going to work to really kill and continue killing all of the different pathogens that are around us. Now, going on, this is one of my favorite different products as well. It's actually Dr. Kimberly's baby. He put this together. We have a women's side and a men's side. There currently wasn't a men's picture, so I just put on the women's right here. but these are comprised of adaptogenic herbs. So on the men's side, it has 7 adaptogenic herbs and 2 other ingredients, whereas on the women's side, it has 8 adaptogenic herbs. So this is really going to promote hormone balance and increase mood and increase energy and even muscle tone, which is kind of cool. I didn't think that, you know, a hormone balancer was going to increase your muscle tone as well, but apparently it does. This on the female side is going to help with estrogen. Now, one thing I really want to focus on with this is whether you have a preteen who's kind of starting out with like a monthly cycle and really dealing with those influx of hormones or those bad cramps, or you have somebody in kind of that around that menopause phase. This can help support you on really any level. For me personally, again, sorry if there's any men in the room, but my monthly pain went from about an 8 each month down to a 2, which was crazy. It's definitely balanced out my hormones during that time as well. But furthermore, I have a friend who went on this, who was entering kind of menopause state, and she had horrible hot flashes. I mean, you would walk in the room and she was sweating so bad, but she was also in a really cranky mood. And within 2 days of starting on this, she didn't have hot flashes anymore, which was crazy to even think about. On the men's side, this is going to support testosterone and prostate health, and it increases inflammation. So we're just going to leave it at that, okay? I can talk easily about the females, not necessarily the males. On our fitness and weight management side, what I love most about this, obviously these products work. You can see them in the pictures here, but we also have a fitness blog and website designed and designated for individuals to go on and for them to put in their height, their weight, different measurements, and it's going to populate out for you the different products that it suggests, and it has all of the product information, but furthermore, it's going to also populate back out different workout plans and meal plans. So the couple different products that are within this is the trim that you can see here in kind of the green yellow bottle. Now this is going to reduce carb absorption, which I'm sure we all like. I don't know about you guys, but I love my ice cream, and if it can reduce my carb absorption from it, I am all about it. It suppresses the appetite, so even better, but it's also going to increase fat burning and convert that fat into energy. Furthermore, it also balances out blood sugar and is a great thyroid supporter. Now, a couple of key ingredients in this too is white kidney bean extract, and I can never say this, but it's Carcinia cambogia. I can never say that word. Carcinia cambogia, I think it is. 2 incredible fat burning and weight loss ingredients. And then the Align, as you can see, we already touched on that. We have a couple different meal replacement shakes that are 175 calories, I believe, but has enough vitamins and minerals to really fill you up and sustain you from really eating all the time. And then we have 2 different natural energy drinks as well. These come in individualized packets, so they're easy to throw into your bag, into your car on the run, and just simply put in water, shake up, stir up, and you're good to go. Now, the Focus is one that does exactly what it says. It's for focus. It has whole chia seeds in it. I will be honest again with this one. The not flavor, but kind of just the whole chia seeds in like a water bottle to me were a little like different at first. So I always make sure that I stir up my water or shake it up quick before I drink it. But it really provides that focus that you need for the rest of the day, especially, you know, if you get that afternoon crash after lunch. It's great for that. All natural, as well as the Sport. Now, this is a great pre-workout drink. Again, comes in individualized packets that you can put in water and shake up, but it has chia seed powder. So as we know, you know, with chia seeds in general, it's great for mental and brain health, but with the Sport, it's going to provide even more energy. So I accidentally, the first time I took it, did it about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and at midnight, I was like, what else can I clean in the house? Because that's how much energy I had. So if you're looking for something, you know, if you drink too much coffee, or if you drink a lot of pop, or if you drink the energy drinks that we really shouldn't be drinking, I would highly suggest switching to that. It tastes great and is a lot better for your system too. Now, our oral sprays are great. I gotta wrap it up. See, I told you I talk. Our oral sprays are great. There's 6 different kinds. They're problem and solution orientated. So our vitamin D is just like going out and getting some sun. Our vitamin C has zinc within it as well, perfect for what's going on now, as well as cold and flu season. Our B12 is great for energy. Our Q relief is great for some discomfort and some stress. Our boost is going to be great for kind of giving you some energy, but also curbing those cravings. And our sleep, you guys, I have it right here because it's always by my bedside. It is my favorite, and it's actually our top seller. It has a little bit of melatonin within it, but also just natural ingredients in general. And it really helps promote a restful sleep, so you don't feel groggy in the morning no matter how many times you get woken up by children. Now, let's do a deeper dive into our full spectrum hemp oil. I get a lot of questions on this, so I honestly, I could probably talk about this for an hour or two. Don't worry, I'm not going to, but the friend who invited you can send you a lot more information on it. So one of the big questions that I get asked is this marijuana? Absolutely not. It's 100% genetically not possible to have a full spectrum hemp plant actually get into a marijuana plant. So a couple of the big differences is that with a hemp plant, you have 0.3% or less of THC, whereas on the marijuana side, you're going to have 15 to 20% THC. So that's going to create that psychoactive side effects, whereas on the hemp side, you're not going to have any of those psychoactive side effects as well. Furthermore, I want you to kind of read through some of these. As you can see, if you've ever Googled, CBD or hemp before and related it to something you were dealing with or a system, you probably got back a lot of search results, because that's really the wave of the future that's coming. I'll show you a couple numbers coming up as well, but look at all of the systems that it helps, every single one. It's actually an endocannabinoid system that runs along our spines. All humans have them, and all like our pets have them as well. That's why we have a pet hemp that you'll see here soon. But the only way to really nourish that endocannabinoid system is to supplement it. Back a while back, before the government kind of shut down the different farms as far as like free reign for the cows to just go out and eat ditchweed and for us to farm hemp and this and that, we actually got the necessary nutrients that we needed from that plant. When that was cut off, I won't say that there's a correlation in mental health, but we have seen over the years a significant rise in mental health. As you can see on the right-hand side, that's everything that it can help with too, and I'm sure that there's so many more, because it truly is really what I like to call it, a miracle supplementation. Now, as you can see here, I also put a little graph, and that really just shows the blood plasma levels that third-party testing has done for us, as well as the National Institute of Health. So ours gets into your bloodstream in 15 minutes, whereas the average other CBD or hemp oil out there is 3 to 4 hours, which is crazy. Ours is also going to still have a pretty high absorption rate at 12 hours. As you can see here, all others, it's pretty much out of your system prior to that. Now, a couple of other questions that I get asked all the time is, what's the difference, one, between a full spectrum hemp oil and a CBD? Well, a full spectrum hemp oil is going to take the entire plant of the hemp plant, which has over 100 different cannabinoids. It also has flavonoids, terpenes, fancy names for nutrients in that plant. On the flip side, if you're taking a CBD, that is taking one cannabinoid from that hemp plant and pulling it out, and that is your nutrient. So the full spectrum hemp, it just in general is going to be superior. So now let's take it even a step further. Now we need to look at sourcing. So when we source this out, or when we extract it, we're utilizing supercritical CO2 extraction. There's other companies that do that too. That's awesome. Ours is water soluble. There's other companies that do that too. That's awesome. So what sets us apart? We have a bioabsorbed technology that is only to us. We own it. Nobody else has anything near really how fancy it is. But because of that, what we've been able to do is we've been able to create a water bubble. And so if you think about it, it makes sense. our bodies are water, right? And so if you can take a water bubble and put hemp inside of it, and we've also now been able to put that silver inside the bubble too, which completely is going to revolutionize what we're doing here, then you put it underneath of your tongue, because that's the highest rate of absorption that you're going to get. Then your body, because it's a water bubble, is automatically going to say, oh, it's water, and suck it in. And that's why you have that 15-minute fast absorption rate. But furthermore, we're going to absorb this at least 85%. All others on the market are 6 to 10% and are not temperature stable. Ours, whether it's the freezing winter or it's sitting in your hot mailbox or car, that product is not going to change. It's going to remain stable, which is very, very important, especially if you're providing this to your children or your pets. You want to really make sure that you have a superior product and you know exactly what's getting into their system and yours. We have a lot of options here. Over here on the left, we have 3 different roller balls that are infused with hemp as well as essential oils. We have 2 different lotions. One is going to be more so, this Excel has more so of a icy hot smell, if you will, and it's good for like kind of that deep tissue rub and those muscles, the sore muscles. The Renew, on the other hand, is going to be still good for some discomfort, but it also can help with different skin irritations. We have Rest, which is great to help promote sleep as well. Yes, it's similar. It's not similar at all, actually, to the sleep spray, but it helps you sleep. But it has hemp and then some other natural ingredients as well. For the flavors that go underneath of your tongue, we have 4 of those sublingual ones. Like I said, with our pets line, this truly, you guys, is the superior pet line. My mom and I have actually talked to a very big, large, I guess you could say, pet retailer. There's nobody else out there that they could find to provide all of the documentation that here at Q Sciences we could. So just rest assured that if you're giving this to your pet, it's something that's very good for them too. And then, like I said, we've been able to utilize that silver and put it inside of the water bubble. So just think about really what's coming out here at Q Sciences in the future if we've been able to do that, because it puts us 10 years ahead of any other company that's out there. I mentioned that I was going to show you a couple of different numbers here. I really will say that remember tonight, because in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you're going to start hearing a lot more about CBD and hemp. In fact, Pepsi and Cola are going to come out with hemp and CBD products here in the next couple of years. You're going to start seeing a lot more of this. And in fact, I really hope that we're going to start seeing a lot less push from the pharmaceutical side and a lot more push from the natural health side. And so because of that, you're going to see it in the next couple of years, a 20 billion growth, but Forbes and Rolling Stones predicts a $1 trillion growth in this industry in the next decade, which is absolutely crazy. So I'm going to leave this up just for a few minutes and let you guys see what Q Sciences can honestly do for you and how it can serve you. A couple other testimonials that I will mention. I'm trying to be good without doing any saying any diagnosing words at all, because I want to be good for compliance. But think about how much right now in our society we see an increase in anxiousness and stress and those sad feelings, right? We see it a lot. I saw a statistic the other day, and I can't remember the exact statistic, but I want to say that mental health awareness really is up 600% right now because of what's going on. It's crazy. And, sometimes we just can't help it. We can't help it. I know me personally, I started on the full spectrum hemp oil because I had some postpartum anxiety and I didn't want to go on pharmaceuticals. I didn't want to go on medication. And when I utilized this, a natural product, I felt 100% better in 1 week on it, which is crazy. And so look here at how it can serve you, whether it's discomfort in your joints or just discomfort overall. Gut health is huge, irritable bowel syndrome. How can this help your kiddos, right? That's something, a lot of these conversations we can kind of take offline and have as well. But I hope something tonight really kind of opened your eyes or piqued your interest, like, hey, I deal with XYZ. Maybe these products products can help too. And I really want to leave you tonight with focusing on your health and your wellness right now, so you don't have to focus on illness later. So that is it, you guys. I'm going to stop recording. I hope you guys all had a fabulous evening, and I hope I taught you guys something.